All right, and it's time to get a little sporting now. The 2021 Africa Cup of Nations is kicking off in a few hours with the host Cameroon taking on Burkina Faso. We're now joined by Mukami Wambora, who is in Yaoundé. Mukami, what can we expect in the opening clash this afternoon?
Sam, I'm here in Yaoundé, and I have to tell you, I was woken up by the vuvuzelas that you can hear in the background. They started from around 7, and it's all because the African Cup of Nations has come back to Cameroon. The last time it was hosted here was 50 years ago in 1972. So you can imagine how happy the fans are here to have it back in the country. And Cameroon will be going for their 6th title, and they're expected to be one of the favorites, especially as hosts. Some of the key players that we'll be seeing playing will be Chopo Moting, who is a striker for Bayern Munich. We also have the Ajax goalkeeper Onana, who will be in goal. And then also in midfield, we have Anguissa, who is playing for Napoli but is on loan from Fulham. So those are the 3 key players. And we have to remember the last time Cameroon won the competition, not too long ago, it was in 2017. And they did that with many of the big players missing. You know, the 3 I've just mentioned were not there, including Joel Matip from Liverpool, who has retired from international football. So the expectations is high because they have a stronger squad this year and they'll have home advantage. So it'll be good to see what they can do. On the other hand, Burkina Faso, the opponents, you cannot write them off. This is a side that narrowly missed out on qualifying for the World Cup Qatar final qualifying round, and they missed out to Algeria, who are the current African Cup of Nations champions, the defending champions, and it was a very narrow loss in their final game. So Burkina Faso will not be pushovers, and they will definitely put up a good fight. The captain of Cameroon said it's important for them to get a good result in the opening game because it'll get the fans and the country behind them moving forward.
A very interesting fixture there as we wait for the kickoff. But in the meantime, we're hearing reports of some teams complaining that there was some confusion with the COVID-19 testing. Maybe you can tell us more about this and the reality, Mukami?
Well, yeah, yesterday during a press conference, Burkina Faso's assistant coach mentioned how there's been a bit of a mix-up with the rules, or they're not quite clear what's supposed to be happening, because according to CAF, the rules that were issued is that the testing for COVID needs to take place 48 hours before the game. And he mentioned yesterday that their testing took part the day before at 10, which means the 48th window has already expired before they take to the pitch. And in addition to that, the PCR test, he said they were expecting a PCR test, but instead they were using the antigen test, the rapid testing. And the difference with that is the rapid testing isn't as clear. It just tests for those enzymes, as opposed to now the PCR test, which you get like the exact results. So I think those are some of the challenges that they're facing, and we'll be expecting to see what they can do moving forward, whether those will be cleared up, and how it's happening in the other cities.
All right.
So yeah, Sam, the first game is at 7 p.m. Kenyan time, 5 p.m. here. It's Cameroon, but Burkina Faso. Then right after, it's Ethiopia versus Cape Verde. I'll be here giving you updates.
And indeed, yours will be very long days and nights, because as soon as the match between Ethiopia and Cape Verde begins at 10 p.m. Kenyan time, then of course you're talking about almost 2 hours. But thank you so much, Mukami Wambora, for that. We'll be sure to be connecting with you for more as the games begin. And that's our time here on Citizen